Filter check.
Did the filter stay on last night?
Wait, do we gotta show him the hood trick?
Oh yeah, hey, don't touch that hood. Don't. That is not your job. Yeah.
Hey. What is that?
That one's still on.
That better be sugar-free. Thank God, I was gonna say.
Don't touch my
dude.
drink, dog. I'm just warming it up.
Better be sugar-free.
All right, my filter.
Everybody knows what sugar does to a motor. Seen that in the movies.
Yeah, it gets diabetes. Yeah, here's the special formula for the RX-8 motor.
Chevy orange, even though it's actually it is a Chevy motor. So, are we bringing this in or is this Rick's?
No, we're gonna use that.
That's the shop's and Rick borrowed it.
No, it's mine, and I don't use it, so it's going to the shop.
Good guy.
Upgrading the GT500 car to a nice billet, fully adjustable metering block.
Who wants stock parts back on there?
Yeah.
Nobody.
Red. This is red. The car's red. Gonna be sick. Gonna make way more power now.
Way more power. So we would never do anything like that.
I would.
See the bolts are coming out. You fairies, don't get mad.
Video, Tom, my broken phone.
Vlogception.
Oh, 2-inch carb spacer on the GT5 Hundo.
Why keep it stock when it's a numbers matching car? That just would be lame.
Look at that.
Carb spacer.
Totally. All the pins hours.
We might have to modify the studs on the stock GT500.
We're gonna use the same kit everyone else uses when they put cars together. Hopes and dreams. Yeah.
Why? You think we could just RTV that on there?
Yep.
Looks good, right, guys? All the viewers say that checks out quality work for a 68 numbers matching GT500.
Mullet.
Tell me you like mullets without telling me you like mullets, dude.
My favorite one's the blue one.
Look at the silhouette.
Does that mean I
look,
like mullets?
Look back at the. Oh my.
You know what's funny is this kid calls this thing the mullet, right? This kid literally.
It is the mullet.
It says his Instagram is the mullet.
Yep.
Yet there's no words of mullet for this car. Well,
Glenn?
this is the real mullet car. This isn't a mullet car. That's not a mullet car. This is a mullet car.
If you saw Glenn ski, you'd think he'd have a mullet.
You want to see a real mullet car? Go look at the Caprice Classic over there with the fucking hydraulic brake, 4-speed Manny.
Sorry, I
turbo.
had to cut out that part about the Caprice, dude.
Dude, the fans love the Caprice. The little fans we have.
Does your wife ever grab you by the mullet?
No.
All right, Rick. So, what do I have in my hand right here?
Show.
Yeah, that's good. We'll bleep that out.
Some either I don't want to know.
You don't know who worked on it. Say
Yeah.
it. Some hack job.
Yeah, but I don't want to say that a hack ever touched this car. It makes me feel bad, you know? Because you're touching one right now.
Yeah. Shelby.
So
where
somebody
your carb studs.
Not Shelby. Somebody
Definitely
who
not.
touched this car afterwards did a little bit of subpar craftsmanship on it. There's something, these holes go straight through into this intake port, and something is broken off inside, stuck inside there. I can't get to it with my finger right here, but I have to get the intake manifold off and punch that thing through so it never falls out on its own and goes into the motor while the thing's running and blows it up, and then put a helo coil inside the that port, because that little thing right there probably only had one thread, which is short.
Not good
It was
stuff.
Tom did it.
It definitely wasn't me.
Tommy did it. The valve cover goes
Sits on
across
both.
Yeah. Oh, look at that! I gotta pull the push rods.
You're gonna pull the push rods. Rick was just saying that he hates when you're taking something apart and it just keeps coming apart, and well, valve train's coming apart.
Hey Rick, you want to work on this cool old 68 GT500 that costs a real lot of money? Yeah, sure. Oh yeah, it's really brittle and complicated, and don't break anything, even though everything's really old and brittle.
On the bright side, having Rick on the car has turned into potentially avoiding a catastrophic failure for the customer. So I'm happy I'm not taking it apart, because there's already a big enough pile of stuff that is stressing me out. So I can only imagine that it's got to be...
Dude, I mean, like seriously, like, hey, don't scratch these nice Cobra Le Mans valve covers. Like, oh, okay, like that's really easy when they're literally
shoehorned
jammed
in
the engine bay.
Yeah, now you gotta take the...
Don't scratch them. Don't mess up the stickers on
Take
them.
the suspension apart. You gotta take the, I guess, what would that be?
These really old hoses that say auto light and everything on them, don't wreck those, even though they're already like falling apart. Like,
I take the, what would we call that? Strut tower brace?
yes, that's exactly what that is.
And
Strut tower brace, get this baby out.
So yeah, it's snowballing, people, but at the end of the day, when you purchase a 6-figure vehicle
From 1968?
from 1968 that is super rare, you're not gonna exactly cry about someone going in depth and getting the car
Making sure it's fixed right?
perfect.
There is legit a spider web in here.
Inside the heart of a beautiful GT500. And now all you gotta do is disconnect the whole entire valve train and not disorganize any of the push rods, and
These heads are aluminum. What? Cut that one out. Oh my god.
I meant
I'm calling Josh. I'm calling Josh right now.
luckily for me, you guys will never know what Rick's laughing about. It's not happening. It was a dumb Tom comment, a frequent occurrence around here, unfortunately for me. Anyway, I'm gonna let Rick continue to pull this thing apart.
Excuse me?
Pull this thing apart. We'll see what else we find. I'm sure.
Nothing. We're not gonna find any more bad things.
Yeah.
No more bad things.
I'm sure that this is the end of the road for the things that are not stock on this vehicle.
Oh my.
What did you just find?
I haven't loosened this one yet.
And if you guys can see the classic.
He's a spinner.
No, dude, it's just like the power steering. It's floating washers.
Oh my god, bro. No.
Look at how much movement.
That's fine though, that's what the springs are there for.
Not only am I making sure that this thing doesn't blow up from that thing, I'm making sure it doesn't blow up from losing valve train. Oh my god, dude.
This is a blessing. That little stud coming out is turning into
Save the 428 CJ.
Yeah.
Jeez.
At the very least, if the block
Dude,
is
you know what's good?
matching.
Know what I'm gonna end up finding out is like that thing's fucking stripped, and then I'm gonna be fucking pissed. I'm not even gonna turn the camera off.
That thing was finger tight at best. on there.
No, it wasn't. That was just not tight at all. That was just loose. Like I didn't loosen anything, and the washer could spin. Like it was not. It was nothing. Little bit of tension. Let me break this one free.
Oh my
no
god.
tension.
One finger
Let me
tight.
break this one free. My pinky.
That was almost tight on there compared to the rest of them.
Oh man, those things were. I don't know.
Anyway,
really,
so you were
really
explaining real quick for the viewers this
Okay.
oil port right here.
Yes, so
What is its
I am
job?
still new to this old Ford motor, but I'm not stupid. I'm kind of smart when it comes to cars.
Stupid looking.
This is the oil feed port for the rocker shaft. See that hole right there? You know, it's not a Chevy 350 where all the oil comes shooting through the push rods. This thing gets oil through the head, through that little hole right there. It goes up into the rocker shaft. Right here. Woohoo! You can't see it. Maybe if I can. There's
Yeah, right there.
right there, like a camshaft. Oil comes up through this bolt here
Yep.
and goes into the shaft and just spews out everywhere. It comes out onto the tops of the push rods and everything. And that is the bolt that was loose, which means that this shaft was probably starving for oil because there was a gap right here. So the oil was coming into where the bolt is and just probably flowing out the top everywhere and not actually going through the shaft. So we are really saving this motor right now. We are like really saving this motor. You don't have
That's
enough.
why-
You don't have enough blood flow to those guns.
It's because my brain takes all the blood.
And what pushes it to that bald spot?
Chill.
Do you want to put something right here? So we no reason for us not to be able to walk.
Watch my face. Blood vessels in my face.
the way.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah. Okay. You're cleaning up there. That was some sort of. You don't even know what that was, right?
My best guess is this condensation, probably because it's these Edelbrock heads don't have. This would be where the exhaust would normally flow into the stock intake manifold to heat up the intake manifold to basically reduce horsepowers. And Edelbrock doesn't do that.
And since
I'm
there is a
guessing
gasket
that
in there, there's a tiny
this
little void, right?
car was started and shut off like 10 million fucking times. And never got up to temperature, so it probably was never able to boil off the moisture. So all the moisture was just running down and sitting up against right here because there was an opening in the intake
gasket.
manifold. Yep, gasket for the water to sit up against it, and it got nasty.
Can you explain to them on the flat tappers what you're looking for when you're inspecting them?
You look at the flat surface here, look for whether or not it's going to be shiny, or if it's like all like hazy and up looking, and sometimes it'll have like a lip on the edge. I don't know, it takes kind of it seems to take a lot of years to be able to look at metal and kind of know what's going on.
Yeah, we missed a lot this morning, guys. I didn't get here till late, but we got some fun stuff. Everybody loves a fresh grip tech. Where's the freshie at?
Here it is. Get it.
Yeah, that's the new one, guys.
Yeah,
you want to bend them because it helps the belt stay on if you give them a little bend like that.
Yeah, these things are barely on there. They're like ready, about to fly off on their own.
Stock pulleys come off not easily.
Very easy.
I love the wheels that came on this. You like these wheels, Rick?
What?
You like these wheels?
Yeah, it's real sick.
Yeah, I like them.
I don't like convertible automatics.
Oh, it's a convertible and an automatic.
That's the way they come, dude. Look at convertible automatic Corvette, convertible automatic Corvette.
You can get away with an automatic if it's not a convertible, and vice versa. You can get away with a convertible if it's a manual.
Listen, nobody be offended.
Yeah, no.
I'm just a hardcore stick shift guy and non-convertible guy.
Any updates on the GT500 since yesterday?
We're kind of like, do we need to pull the motor out and check everything else? Just because it's like if we had some bolts loose, does that mean, I don't know how far they were into that motor. Like,
yeah.
do we need to check the torque on you know, connecting rods and main caps and everything? It's kind of like, how far do you go? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess that's customer's decision. So we'll wait for updates on this. Obviously, you guys aren't going to get answers in this week's video. This will kind of be a fun one to stay tuned for. I mean, who doesn't want to see what's going to happen with the almost destroyed GT500? This thing's quite the unit. Was it just a bone stock like truck motor?
Yeah. Bone stock truck motor, 4L80.
Gaskets are in for the GT500. Got valve cover gaskets, intake gaskets, we got the air cleaner mounting gasket, and we got the carb mounting gasket on its way. Rick is just cleaning up the intake, and this thing will be going back together. Should be running a hell of a lot better than it was, but we'll stay tuned for that. Guys, this thing is topping out at 631. Oh, TV's messing me up, but 631, 614. That's a stock bottom end record, I think.
Stock head, stock hand, stock everything.
Just throw some boost at it and it'll make power.